coming at you straight out of Brooklyn, live on YouTube Live on Scope. Frankie Russo coming at you straight out of Brooklyn. You better believe it.
Have you got any word when they're going to transfer him to the county jail? Oh, yeah? Okay.
Crazy day. Our great president. What up, 85? How'd you know that was my name? What's up, Justin? Could you hear this, Justin? Could you hear this? Could you hear this? You were right. So, do you hear anything now?
Take the evidence presented to the jury, and I don't pass on why he did it or anything else. We just have to prove that he did it, which I think we have.
Could you hear it now?
How many cases of this type have you been involved in? That is when the death penalty is involved.
That's our band-aid.
YD Live.
24 cases.
How many times have you been tased?
Could you hear this now? Could you hear it? Not really. Okay. Let's see.
He's been shot. He's been shot. Lee Oswald has been shot. There's the man with a absolute panic. Absolute panic.
Could you hear it now? Okay. It's crazy. Listen to this. This is crazy. I was watching this movie, a movie classics. Boricua, what's popping? Boricua. You can hear this, right?
Would you be willing to say, with all this evidence, that it is now...
I disagree, Boricua.
That Oswald was the killer of President Kennedy? I would say that without any doubt...
You can hear it, cool, right?
Beyond a reasonable doubt to a moral certainty, which
I don't know about that, Boricua.
That he was the killer of President Kennedy.
That case is closed in your mind.
As far as Oswald's concerned, yeah.
It's so unlikely, I don't see how anyone can believe it. Everyone will believe it.
I saw this movie
They have to.
on movie classics. It's unbelievable.
Government, everyone. Even his brother. He's the Attorney General, for God's sake.
True. But he's not thinking as Attorney General tonight. He's grieving for a murdered brother. By the time his grief subsides, all the power will have passed. It'll be too late.
Yes?
This is crazy.
Hold the body there. Make arrangements in the morning.
Oswald got whacked on national television by Jack Ruby.
That was Tim.
Oh, shit. It just crashed on me.
James Farrington.
Oh, here we go. Here he goes.
Parkland Hospital.
In the 3 years after the murders of President Kennedy and Lee Harvey Oswald, 18 material witnesses died, 6 by gunfire, 3 in motor accidents, 2 by suicide, 1 from a cut throat, 1 from a karate chop to the neck, 3 from heart attacks, and 2 from natural causes. An actuary engaged by the London Sunday Times concluded that on November 22, 1963, the odds against these witnesses being dead by February 1967 were 100,000 trillion to 1.
It's crazy. 18 material witnesses around the assassination of John Kennedy and Harvey Oswald were murdered, dead. That's 1960s. It's crazy. What could the mainstream intelligence agencies, CIA, FBI, what could they do today? Well, we're seeing it, right? It's crazy. It really is. It's crazy. How you all doing? I just wanted to get that on the air because I saw that movie. It's called Executive Action with Burt Lancaster. It's crazy. 18, 85. I heard you were snitching, son. Russo, my pops was an honorable man. I have my mother, she's an honorable woman, and I'm my father's son. I'm an honorable man. I'm a stand-up guy. Yeah. But anyway, damn, that de Blasio snitching. What a rat. Well, you said it, right? We said he was a rat. We say Cuomo's a rat. We got 2 Fredos. But I didn't think de Blasio is a Sandinista in actuality, right? From Nicaragua, right? He's a Sandinista from Nicaragua, and the Cuomo's are 2 rats, right? Since I've been having the wildest dreams. I can't tell you the dreams I've been having. Unbelievable dreams. It's like I can't explain them. You have dreams like you just. It's crazy, right? 85. It's crazy. He's a crepe hanger. He's a crepe hanger. What up, boy? He's a crepe hanger. I saw a great president today. So that dude came in here. Everybody thinks, let me tell you something. I was listening to Brad Pasquale, President Trump's campaign manager. That guy's top notch. Oh my God. Trump's got the best. He's got the best, man. But I tell you, I'm watching the press conferences, but for the grace of God, man, I believe, right, boy? I believe our great president needs a rally. He needs to go on a rally. He needs one. Yeah. I feel bad for our great president. He worked so hard, and unfortunately, this crazy thing happened. And it's really turned our country upside down. It's really unfortunate. We've lost so many people, and it must be driving him crazy. The people we're losing, and the unfairness of the mainstream media, and all the work that our president's put in since he's been in office, and all the sacrifice that he's made 4 years ago. I felt very bad for him today at the press conference. I hate when he gets defensive because he shouldn't be with these rats. They can't carry his jockstrap, but it bothers me when I watch it. Way too biased, boy, right? Way too biased, man. And we had the Obama Clinton crime family before him giving away hundreds of billions of dollars to the Khomeini. The Khomeinis now worth 200 billion. Thank you, Obama. Nobody said anything. Nobody cared. He gave 1.7 billion cash to Iran. Nobody cared. Right? Iran and Russia are building nukes. Nobody cared. Anything President Trump does, did do, you know, my friends tell me if Trump could walk on water, but this is my friends. My friends say, Frank, if Trump could walk on water, they say he can't swim. You know, that's how bad they are. They're so dishonest. The dishonesty, it just, you're right. You're right, boy. He was a little better today, but he shouldn't go back. He just say, listen, you don't like the question, go somewhere else with somebody else. He should. I mean, come on. You're the president. He's the president of the United States, man. People don't realize it. And, you know, he's sitting on a campaign that Brad Pasquale, he's got a team together but our great president, I think, needs a rally. With the grace of God, I'm hoping, because I dreamt of this thing vanishes, man. It may come back, but this thing vanishes. Did you hear about the John Roberts from Fox News off mic saying that this thing's a hoax? I couldn't believe that. I saw it. But he claimed that it was just kidding. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's it, boy. You better believe it. Did you hear that? Right? He said this thing was a hoax. He said something like, I was trying to make out what he said, because it was about a USC study claiming that more people are infected but are asymptomatic, so drove the numbers of infection up. That means the mortality rate goes down to like 0.1 to 0.3 according to the study. I don't know. I didn't read it. I was just listening. I don't know. I was just listening to it, trying to listen to what John Roberts was saying off mic on the Fox News, the White House correspondent. He's pretty fair with Trump. You know, he is. He's a fair guy. You know, he wants to report news. He's looking for breaking stories. Right, Luke. And he claimed that it was right. That was funny. It's true. That's right, Justin. I saw that. Thank you, boy. God bless you. Thank you. So I was like, I'm not saying it is. I don't know. You know, I have my mask. I follow the guidelines. It's 85. You know, I know 1 in 1,000 is a 0.001 chance. So you have just as much chance of catching the virus as, according to, this is some numbers that are coming out, right? As Elizabeth Warren's Pocahontas. You know, that's the truth. Or some were saying 7 in 1,000, which is 0.007. Right, 85. And then there's 1 in 7, right, West. Then there's 1 in 7. Some people say it's 1 in 7 chance to get infected by the virus. Right? And that's 40% chance. That means you have a 40% chance of getting infected, as opposed to an 86% chance of not getting infected with the virus, winning. So guaranteed, comes November 3rd, 2020, our president, we want our president to have like an 86% chance of winning the election. You know, that's pretty, I like that. That's what I'm saying. So according to all the numbers, the last one I saw was 1.7. Well, I mean, 1 in 7. That's an 86% chance of getting infected. That means you got an 86% chance of not getting infected. You win. That's crazy, right? So I showed you that. I played that. I'm a movie. I love movies, you know. So I've been reading, watching movies. My hours are all whacked out. I watch our great president. My sleeping is all over. I am so, like, you know, I try to run and I rope. I stay active. Well, Justin, thank you for the compliment. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Never say never, but my focus is Trump. I want Trump to win 2020, Justin. Oh, that's terrible. You're out. Mr. Foods. I mean, come on. Come on, Mr. You know, it's crazy, right? And, you know, right, 85. AOC, oh my God. AOC looks good though, I tell you. Boy, AOC looks good. Cuomo, I tell you, he didn't learn anything from his father. You don't think she looks good? Come on, man. I mean, I think she, I don't think she knows what she's talking about. Let alone I believe she actually believes what she says. Like Bernie, I didn't believe what he said. Like I don't believe Bernie believes what he says. That's what I got so, I thought Bernie was going to make more of an impact in this campaign. I'll tell right, boy. I mean, come on. I'm not saying, I'm a man of God, I'm a man of Christ. I'm not gonna, I try to keep my show, she won, right? What up, West? You think she's not ugly? 85. She's not ugly. Yeah. Did you see the press conference with that guy from the Department of Homeland Security from the Science Department? It's pretty impressive. Oh, come on, man. I don't think you think she's ugly. She's not ugly. 85. I may think she's a loony, lefty, socialist, Oh, come on, Nate. You come into the room and start dropping F-bombs, right? You know you should be doing. You're making me block you. I hate blocking people, but I don't like to block people, One dude gets racist, he's out. I mean, I'm trying to stay on. First of all, I'm not a racist. I don't promote racism. And it drives me crazy when people come in and think that they could talk like that. And then this other guy comes in here and starts dropping F-bombs. It's crazy. Right? So Bernie, I thought he was going to make a bigger impact. Right, West? I thought he was a smaller politician, but he obviously doesn't believe in what he says. And thank you, Wagonfire, for the invites. And he called them out. He called them out. He was called out, 85, right? He was called out by Martha McCollum. I got to give her credit. Even I say when the broadcasters from Fox don't do the right thing, and I say when they do, and she called them out. She asked him a question because he was talking about Norway, Finland. Okay, you don't have to like Trump, Verband, but don't get disrespectful to Trump. I'm going to throw you out. You could not like his policies. This is America. You're entitled to your opinion. You don't like his policies. You want to debate with me? I'll debate with you. But don't, get stupid. You want me to block you, so I'm gonna. Right? So, yeah, I mean, we can kid around, West, I don't mind it. We can have fun, laugh. I love it. But you can't get like F and dropping F-bombs. You're going to get me, right? Right, West? It's crazy. What up, Dennis? Thank you for that DM. That was really cool, my brother. Thank you. I'll have it on the show tomorrow. Dennis tweeted, DM'd me the Osama bin Laden. Pretty cool, man. Osama bin Laden's fatwa in 1998. I read half of it. I said to myself, I read the first thing. I says, after you read this thing, how does the United States government allow Muslims into this country? When you listen, and there are people that follow this guy, you should have heard Anwar al-Awlaki and what he was saying on the YouTube. He was in this country. He was born in this country. I think he was an FBI asset. Because this whole thing with 9/11, they knew who these guys were. It's very, I get all these crazy stories that people come to me about 9/11. But I was talking about Bernie. Yeah, because, right. I'm a little all over the place tonight. I'm sorry. I just, I want to do the map tonight. I want to start looking at the vectors. I got it's crazy. Oh, you did? Oh, you were in the military? You were in Iraq? Wow. Interesting, Dennis. West. So I showed you. Here's the picture. So this is not Osama? Yo, Dennis, this is not Osama bin Laden? It looked like that's not Osama. That's Osama bin Laden. That's Osama bin Laden's brother. That looks like Obama. A little plastic surgery here, a little plastic surgery around here. You got Obama. You got Obama. This is Osama bin Laden, right? That looks like Obama. It looks like Obama, right, West? Crazy. And in 1960, the 1960s, they unfortunately they whacked JFK and they whacked Harvey. What up? What up, T? His other brother, it could be. You think Russia did it? I don't know, Jeremy Dreamer, but that's the whole point, right? They did it. They achieved their result. Like over 50 years later, we don't know who did it. But it's crazy. Over 18 people, witnesses. God bless you, T. Thank you. Witnesses around the JFK assassination and the Harvey and the Oswald assassination on national television by Jack Ruby. 18 people that were involved in the witnesses, and they were going to talk. They got whacked. 18 got whacked. 18. Sounds like the Clintons, right? This is in the 60s. What's mainstream media going to do today to us? What's mainstream media? It's true, Wes. I agree with you. Hey, Joan Crawford, let me tell you, you're right. Is that Faye Dunaway? I'm old school, new school, I watched this movie last night, Anna. You got to watch it. This chick is like, she's like a model, and she's like a CIA, KGB operative. Oh my God. She's like one of these beautiful models, and because I like the CIA, FBI stuff, Jason Bourne. I like all that stuff. I like too. I've been watching Denzel's I've become a big Denzel fan. The Equalizer, oh my God. I love The Equalizer, man. And it's a good movie, right? Wagon Fly, I liked it. So, right? So I like those kind of movies. I watched a very good movie with see, that's another thing, Journeyman. There's theories, but that's the whole point, right? The way they surmised and orchestrated the assassination. Nice. Yeah, classic. Twilight Zone's classic. Man on Fire is a great movie. He's got some great movies. I agree. I think I really like Denzel. He's one of my favorite actors today, Denzel Washington. I think he's really cool. I liked him in Training Day. I thought it was hysterical in Training. I thought he was amazing in Training Day. Hysterical. Though he played that drug drug dealer. He was great. And then I love him in his Equalizer. He plays like this retired intelligence officer, I think, in the Navy. And man, I saw both of them and the scenes, because I like it goes international, it goes local. He's in Turkey, and then he's in his apartment in I don't know, Maryland. It's just Equalizer is great, and Jason Bourne. That's my favorite franchise. One of my favorite franchises, Jason Bourne. Matt Damon. I don't agree with his politics, but he's a good actor. So I was watching Ben Affleck. He's another. I don't agree with his politics, and they're both Red Sox fans, but they are very good filmmakers. I give them credit. They really are. See, that's one thing I didn't see. That get out of here. Wow, I didn't know that, Justin. So I was watching this movie called Way Back, and he plays. Oh, the guy. Oh, that's classic, right? That's Al Pacino, right? Oh, you saw Way Back, Justin? Great movie, man. It's about he's a Affleck is a former high school basketball player star that was going to be like he got a full right to Kansas, but he got in something happened where he couldn't do it, and he ended up getting involved with alcohol, and he got a break, and he became a high school basketball coach. Man, he was good. Initially, he did a very good job. His acting was phenomenal. I thought it was a great movie. Those simple stories, very inspiring. I like the inspirational stories too. But that chick, I don't know, man. I love when girls could. I love it when the chicks could fight, man. I love it. I don't know why. I always like when I watch boxing. I love boxing, right? I love women boxing too. I love when the women fight. I don't know why. I like. I guess I like when they're tough. I don't know. I guess I don't know. So this girl Anna, she's like Russian chick. She's a great chess player, and she's man with the stuff that she did in that movie. I loved it. I really did. It was last night. But anyway, so yeah, you got to watch it, West. It's good. It's called Anna. She's like a model. She's hot. She's hot. She is. I'm not gonna lie. But her acting, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. And then it's really good. Oh, it is. Wow. I got to see it. Siege. I got to watch it there, Justin. Siege. I got to check that out. I'm telling you, I'm going to read that Osama bin Laden proclamation that Dennis tweeted over. I'm going to read it on the air tomorrow. And you tell me after you read this. I mean, it'd be dishonest to say, have a blessed one, West. It'd be dishonest to say that all, yeah, I'm going to do that. Today was crazy and I don't know, man. I'm like operating. It's like crazy. My mind is not, I don't know, I guess because I'm locked in. I can't, I usually go to the gym. I miss the gym, man. Okay, boy, thank you. I used to have people when I was at ABC. They used to call in. I used to tell them, put down your medical marijuana when I was at ABC. Put down your oxycodone. Put down your meth, your glue. Put your drugs down. Put your ladies on your lap, and let's listen while I'm on the air. When I get off, do what you got. Oh my God. So Bernie Sanders, I was talking about Bernie Sanders. I got off on these other subjects. Bernie Sanders is really not a very good politician. And what really turned me off about Sanders, I thought at least that he believed in what he was doing. But then when Martha McCullum asked him about Norway and Holland and their tax structure and their structure and how they pay taxes over there and what they don't pay and what the government does, he didn't know. He said he should know. I said, that's right. You don't believe what you're talking about. So that's why I said Bernie's done. Between Castro, he was a moron, right? And now we got Joe Biden, and he's hiding in the basement. You heard Trump today. Our great president was saying was saying that Biden's in the basement. They got him on house arrest. Right, Justin? I'm telling you, Wagafire. I thought because I was hoping that Bernie was going to really be a disruptor, really drive the Democrats crazy. We got to get rid of we have to. Trump's going to win, whether it's like 16 or whether it's a landslide. I don't know if it's going to be a landslide. I'm hoping that it is, because then we'll definitely have. I'm telling you, Dennis, we'll definitely have a coattail effect with Trump. We had a coattail effect with Trump in 16. But think about it, right? In 1960s, we had 18 people that were involved. We're going to be witnesses. Absolutely, Dennis. We're going to be witnesses for the assassination of JFK and Oswald. They all were murdered. That's what, over 50 years ago. Look at today. Seth Rich was murdered in 16. Nobody cares. Recently, Filippini. I'm telling you, the Clintons, Justin, right? Look at Filippini. Filippini was a co-founder. That's why I was watching it. Because Filippini, they said, and you know what they were claiming? Like suicide, like crazy stuff. Right. There you go, Dennis, right on national television, right? And then the Clintons, the body bags are just unbelievable with the Clintons, right? People were shot in the head and they said it was suicide. Jeffrey Epstein, it's unbelievable, right? Jeffrey Epstein, come on, man. But nobody cares. Filippini was a co-founder of DHS, the Department of Homeland Security. He was an amazing intelligence officer. He was out in Iraq for us. He got back all the data from Iraq. And what happened was, when he came back, he co-founded the DHS and the what up there, Shooks? The God bless you, thank you. The Obama Clinton crime family scrubbed. Not only did they put together with Muhammad al-Abari, Muslim Brotherhood operatives inside the Obama Clinton crime family White House, where they sat down with Mueller, they sat down with John Brennan and ordered them to scrub FBI documents, FBI presentations. They also scrubbed the DHS server with all of the data, according to Filippini. Filippini had the goods on them. He was a whistleblower that was calling out the Obama administration for scrubbing the DHS server. He said the data that was on that server would have prevented San Bernardino, would have prevented the San Bernardino shooting with Saeed Farouk and Tashfeen Malik, would have prevented the Orlando pub shooting with Omar Mateen and the Boston Marathon bombers and the Chattanooga shooter and the Fort Hood shooter. It was the data. The Vegas shooting is unbelievable, right? We just don't. The FBI, the federale got so. It's incredible, right? It's incredible, Dennis, right? The federales, because I had the vectors, and I came from those vectors. We surmised. I don't have them in front of me, but I plotted them. They're on my website. We surmised the fourth crime scene because we just went because with the Vegas shooting. Oh, there were a lot. There were a lot, Justin, a lot. It was incredible. And Obama just had a blindfold on. He was holding violent extremists symposiums inside the White House. He took the media out, and he had all these radical Islamists coming into the White House. They're still on fire, Justin. The Islamists are in the bushes. They're waiting because basically, if you really want to be honest, we're in this is like Sharia law right now. We're in house arrest. Belgium, Paris, absolutely, Justin. And Belgium, they call it Molenbeek. That's a Muslim. It's a Muslim zone, all Muslim zone. It's crazy, boy. It's crazy. And that Cuomo, they didn't buy the exactly, Justin. No go zone for U.S. You're right. Are you in the military, Justin? What up, Nimitz? Are you in the military? Were in the military? So, what were we talking about? I forgot what I was talking about. Oh my God. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, okay. So, we're talking about Bernie and how he's just out to lunch, and then Biden is in the basement. Biden's trying to pick a vice president, and they come out with these polls. Fox News came out with these polls claiming that Biden's in the swing states is running ahead of Trump. Do you believe that? I don't. I don't believe it. Right? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I was like at 16. I remember I was at ABC at the time. Oh, it was great. Right? Hillary was too. Exactly, Barbara. Exactly. Right, Dennis? I just don't believe it. I mean, and what's really interesting, which is really a statistic, because this guy, Brad Pasquale, he's Trump's campaign manager. This guy's amazing. People don't understand. Trump, I believe Trump right now needs a rally, like to go to he needs it, because the rallies were good for him. You know, unfortunately, with the virus, which has been horrific for the country, both economically, and we've lost lives, unfortunately, which is horrific. Our great president is, you know, he's under a lot. You can see he's. I feel bad for he's a great leader. He's a great president. He doesn't get any respect. Forget about them saying he's got a. That was exactly, Barbara. Forget the fact that he's, you know, but at least give the man respect. He's an animal. He works very hard for this great country. He's done a fabulous job, and unfortunately, the Wuhan virus hit us, right? So it's crazy right now. Before I get into the Wuhan virus, so I got off on a little tangent. I just want to talk about this thing with Joe Biden and these polls, right? So I remember in 16 they had polls. I mean, up until Trump won Florida, they had Hillary Clinton with a 70 to 86% chance of winning the presidency. And then when Trump won Florida, the whole thing just flipped. And there were networks that when this whole thing flipped at 11 o'clock, they should have called the election for Trump, because he had like an 86 to 90% chance of winning. They still wouldn't call him the winner till like 1, 2 in the morning. That Brett Hume, absolutely, but for the grace of God, I'm a man of Christ, a man of the Rosary. I agree with you, Barbara. God had other plan. You're right about that one, because I'm telling you, Trump beat a lot of people in this 2016. Not only did he beat 16 Republicans, he beat an established, corrupt political machine, the DNC, the Clinton campaign. Interesting, Dennis. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh my God, that was unbelievable. The snowflakes, right? That was unbelievable. That was the greatest upset in United States presidential elections history. The only thing that could be compared to that was in '68. I read about the Nixon comeback. Absolutely whack, probably the best. And the Nixon comeback in '68, right? He lost to Kennedy in '60. You know what's crazy? I was looking at a photo, because, you know, I like. I know I'm getting off because I was talking about Biden and the polls. So we don't believe the polls with Biden ahead. I don't believe it. I think Trump's winning. My only concern, I said about it my last time I was on the show, I think it was a day ago, not yesterday, the day before. I think it was Tuesday, right? Today's Thursday. My thing, it was either Monday or Tuesday, last time I was on the air. I think it was Tuesday. And my thing was that I want to get rid of the Democrat. We got to get rid of the Democrat. We got to get rid of Pelosi and company. We got to get rid of them. We got to get McCarthy in there, because Trump had Paul Ryan. Yeah, you're right, Wagafire. You're right. You're right. It's like they got Trump on lockdown. You know, Trump wants a move. They got Trump on lockdown. Oh my God, boy, she's a horror show, and she's not a good politician. She is the worst. She is the absolute worst. Very disrespectful. When she disrespects Trump, and the way she disrespects him, she doesn't understand that we, the Trumpers, the Trumpocrats, we look at that she's disrespecting us because we voted for him. How could you just throw away all those votes on an impeachment hoax, on an impeachment frame job, and a Mueller report frame job? They were frame jobs. Look what they're doing. Look what they do to anybody. Absolutely, boy. And look what they did to the people like Roger Stone and Manafort. They indicted him, them two. And Stone is facing prison. How does he face prison, get indicted? General Flynn, right? How does General Flynn get indicted, face prison? And Hillary Rodham Clinton, these are criminals. General Flynn was at one time the highest ranking intelligence officer in America, on the planet, General Flynn. It's really, boy, it is so one-sided, it's beyond belief. And then you got Joe Biden. I'm telling you, Dennis, this is why this is the most important. This, people, I said this once before. People come and say, this is an important election of our lifetime. This election is the most important election of our lifetime. Right here. Because we can extend the Trump doctrine, the America First doctrine. Unfortunately, right, Dennis? That's unfortunate. This is it, Pete Diddy. This is the most, right, boy? This is the most important election in our lifetime. Because then we got Trump for another 4 years. I'd love to have him for another 8 years, another 8 years. He deserves it. They are so bad, this mainstream media. It's bigger than 16, you're right. Because we saw what Trump could do. And he surprised a lot of people, not only with his victory, but the things he's gotten accomplished. We're all against him. Look what he did with the economy. And we say this, right? Oh, Bloomberg was a horror show. I didn't like Bloomberg. Rudy was by far a better mayor. Bloomberg ended up being a lefty, Dennis. Oh, my God. Big time lefty. But check it out, right? Trump says, okay, they're blocking him with the travel. See, Trump would have had a travel ban when he first got in. Trump was pressing. He met quickly with Saudi, established the Riyadh summit. He was going after Rocket Man. He was putting a heel on Iran. So Trump was moving. He unleashed the regulations on the economy. He unleashed the energy sector, and this country went parabolic, right? Crazy. I'm telling you, boy, our great president. Oh, I see. Right, he stole it, right? He bribed them, Dennis. He bribed Bloomberg bribed the city council. He bribed them. You're right, Pete Diddy, with the grace of God. You're right. Right, Dennis? So our great president said, you know something? We're going to just take this economy and put it on steroids. And worst case scenario, if we have something like this Wuhan virus come and it turns us upside down, it'll hurt the economy, but I'm not saying it's in good shape, because obviously it's not. Apparently, it's like 20 million to 440 million out of work. But for the grace of God, if our great president could get some momentum, which I believe he will, conceivably in the middle, because eventually this thing's going to vanish, right? So conceivably the middle of the summer, and he can get some momentum. Trump's going to take this thing further than what it was. I think. I hope, with the grace of God, because people maybe, I don't know. I think people initially will be hesitant to go out and start participating in the economy, start consuming, start spending, right? Because that's the basis of the economy, right? Big part of it anyway. It is. So we all got to be involved in the economy in some way, right? Fly airplanes, go to movies, go to lounges, etc., right? Absolutely, Dennis. Absolutely, boy. It is. And then the thing about it is, that's why too I was concerned, because the governors control when their states open. That's well, right. It's crazy, Barbara. I mean, we've come to the point where, and I appreciate, because you have to be cynical here, right? I hate to be so cynical. Well, Brenna, it's time to come together. I mean, but for the grace of God, go I, right? But when you think about it, what they did in the 1960s, where they whacked 18 witnesses for the Kennedy assassination and Lee Harvey Oswald assassination, hit on national television. Over 50 years later, the Obama-Clinton crime family is giving Al Qaeda 20,000 Soviet manpads, 400 FIM-92s, 10 years removed from September 11, 2001, where we actually, well, I'm just cynical on I'm just being cynical. When it comes to, with the grace of God, Brenna, you're right. With God's grace, I mean, he's our last hope. I can't wait to vote for him. We supported him up at ABC since he came down the escalator when I was a broadcaster over there. And, can't wait for November 3rd, 2020. And we'll vote for him again. I can't wait to vote for our great president, Donald John Trump. JFK Jr. Well, I don't know. Hillary did that number, right? There's so many body bags around the Hillarys, the Hillary Rodham Clintons and William Jefferson Clinton. Well, Brenna, our great president he's under a lot of, true, probably, Brenna. Yeah, well, I don't know. This virus is the best, Barbara, the best. He's the best. It's a tough road to hoe, right? Because when it comes down to it, too, when we come back with the grace of God, President Trump gets us back in our trajectory back where the economy's in a better trajectory where it was. Obviously, it's going to take some time, but hopefully, at least if he has it trending in the fourth quarter where it's going to go parabolic, that's a beautiful thing, right? I mean, I can't believe where the Dow Jones is right now with all that's going on. It's unbelievable. Conceivably, he could get it back to where it was, the Dow Jones, in like one day. It's true. Trump could. Well, truth be told, right? But the whole idea now, Brenna, is we got to get rid of Pelosi. So our great president just winning is not enough. We can't go through another 4 years with Pelosi being the speaker and stepping in and just being disruptive. We need the Trump coattails. That's what we need. We need Trump coattails. That's what we need to get rid of Pelosi. And the thing that's encouraging, absolutely, Dennis, unbelievable people that Trump's got around him. That Cuomo, I mean, Cuomo is he's really dishonest. I agree with you, Brennan. He's going to have to, if our great president, with the grace of God, I believe he's going to win. I don't know whether it's going to be like 16 or it's going to be a landslide. What I find interesting, when I was listening to Brad Pasquale, he was claiming that the numbers, the enthusiasm numbers for Trump's 50 times, has got 50 points higher enthusiasm. The ratings, the enthusiasm ratings are 50 points higher for Trump over Biden. And I can't see, but the Democrats are capable of anything, right? With the super delegates, but I just can't see them moving in another candidate over Biden. Well, I just think that the vice president, he wants Michelle Obama. There were two freaks, him and Michelle Obama. I don't know if he's going to get her, but the Obamas are gonna campaign. And if it's not Obama, people say I don't see this chick from Minnesota, this Amy, I don't know her last name, Klobuchar. I don't think that she looks like too much to me during the debates, like she was a deer in headlights. I don't think she's got class acts. They are. I don't think so. No, I don't think. I think they're criminals just as much as the Clintons. They're frauds. I think the bombers are just as bad as the Clintons. I really do. What they did with Iran, very bad. The Obama Clinton crime family is really bad. Then you got Mueller and Comey and the rest of them, Clapper. Oh, absolutely, Barbara. She's got junk. We talked about this. There's junk in that trunk. And I really don't care, quite frankly. It's just like, what else are you lying about? If you're lying about your personal life, the first family for 8 years with this country is lying about who they are. What else are you lying about is what I'm saying. I could care less what they do in their private life, quite frankly. I really could. I could care less. She's got junk in her trunk and Obama's on the DL. I could care less. Really. It's got nothing to do with me. But what else are you lying about? Right? Libya, Benghazi, Iran, right? What else are you lying about? Well, he's not going to get sworn in, Dennis. So with the grace of God, that don't happen. Because we have to see also, too, looking at the big picture, right? President Trump, what did Trump do? Let's see. I love Trump, man. The best. Let me get his exact language. I want to get his exact language on his tweet. Right? I was going to do the vectors tonight. I just don't feel like it. I was going to get the map. I was going to go through all these vectors I had. I just don't feel like it tonight. I feel like I'm getting cabin fever, I think. I'm getting a little cabin fever. I swear. I'm trying to read and try to stay busy, and I'm trying to get some things done. So, our great President Donald Trump said in a tweet, he's instructed the United States Navy to shoot down and destroy any and all Iranian gunboats if they harass our ships at sea. The best. Right? So, and then Iran launched a first military satellite. So Iran launched it. Supposedly, Trump didn't believe them. Right, Barbara? Trump didn't believe them. They call it the Noor, the Iranians. They launched a 3-stage rocket. According to the Iranians, it reached a 425-kilometer high orbit. I don't know. Trump doesn't believe them. Trump doesn't believe them. So, with all this going on with Iran's got some serious problems. So this is why, looking at the global picture, this is why the vectors to me are like. So we got China, Iran, and Russia claiming that that we caused the Wuhan virus, right? That's their pushback. China, Iran, and Russia. And it's come out that China covered up big time. Exactly, Dennis. Unfortunately, Iran's got problems, and they're lying to the press as well. They're covering up, and so is Russia. They've been lying as well. Oh, it did, Barbara? That's funny. So we got Iran, Russia, and China colluding to cover up the virus. And we say that with the World Health Organization and our great president telling us that he called China. See, this is the problem too now. What Biden's saying about our great president is false. So people understand. President Trump's calling up China to try to bring in the American scientists and the American doctors to blunt this thing and they wouldn't let us in. So Trump immediately called for a travel ban in China. Then he called for a European travel ban, and then he put the ban on UK, right? So he got us on lockdown. We're not even doing anything with the Congress, right? And declaring a national emergency declaration, and then urging Congress to pass these stimulus packages. Because unfortunately, by shutting down the economy, we lost a lot of. Not only did we lose lives, which is horrific, we also lost jobs. Not good, right? So we believe. So I mean, I can't actually say, right, Barbara? I'm in Brooklyn. I'm not in Wuhan. I can't say that. I know what went on with Wuhan, the Wuhan lab, a bioweapon, the Chinese Communist Party's bioweapon research lab. They created this virus in the test tube. I can't say that. What I could say is that they covered this thing up. And by covering this thing up big time, that virus became a bioweapon, right? A biological weapon, a human biological weapon. So that's what we believe, right? And we believe that it can be argued. I believe we're statistically. I'm not saying we're on the path toward incontrovertible truth, but we're definitely getting in the realm of conceivably statistical significance, right? Because we believe that since they covered it up, China, Iran, and Russia, China wants to reduce America's economic prowess. They want to be number one. Iran wants revenge because we can't forget the whacking of Soleimani. I don't think it's a coincidence that the whacking of Soleimani in June of 2nd or 3rd or something like that, and we had Iranian nationals on the border trying to bring explosives into California, and then from the northern border we had the Council of American Islamic Relations, Iranian nationals coming from the northern border from Canada, and now we have all this hostility with Iran, more than it seems to be escalating to some extent, and I think that at some point in time, the mullahs, the Khomeini dynasty is worth what? The open source says 200 billion. The Khomeini owns airlines. The Khomeini probably has a piece of that. Probably owns the National Iranian Oil Company, run by the IRGC and the Quds Force, the special forces of the IRGC. So we believe at some point in time, because the biggest fear the mullahs have is the people are going to throw them out and they're going to lose control of the country. They're wealthy, the government is wealthy, but the people they suppress. They kill, they murder, and they suppress the Iranian people. But we don't want a regime change, because it's my belief that Iran's trajectory is the next Nazi Germany, and the Shah's son, I believe, is the next Adolf Hitler. In the Christian world, he's the next Antichrist, is the Shah of Iran's son. That's what I believe. I've been following this guy for like almost 20 years. I have his book. I read his book. And it's crazy because there's talk of going secular, and that's his argument. Yeah, so I'm concerned, Dennis, that because what happens is what leaders do, what tyrants do, this is what leaders do. When they're in a political bind, they got a problem, they want war. So the Khomeini wants war. Khomeini's not giving up power. Khomeini's worth, according to the open source, 200 billion. And they got problems right now. And they're saying, well, America's got us under economic sanctions, and they're destroying, they're ruining the people. They're ruining the people. They are. They had a coup with Ahmadinejad in 2009. They couped the government in 2009. Ahmadinejad was in political freefall, and the IRGC got involved, and they kept Ahmadinejad in power. Rosan Rouhani, who's the new, he's been there for a while now, but he comes in he was a big admirer of the Khomeini, so he's there now, and he's trying to show that he's not under the Khomeini's thumb, because they're concerned that the mullahs are going to get thrown out. and they don't want to lose control. That's their biggest fear. The Iranian regime is getting thrown out, getting taken over. So that's what's going on in Iran. That's why they may look to go into war to some extent. It's with Saudi, with America, with Israel. It's crazy, right? So that's, so Trump's ready. Trump's ready for them. He's got his heel on. He's got his heel on China, right? Yeah, but Dennis, you know something? I hear, I hear that a lot, right? I'm not saying that's not true, but I'm telling you, man, I just don't trust this whole thing. I saw the uproar. There was some Iranians that were happy that that Soleimani got whacked, but man, there was some Iranians that were very, a lot of people in the street for this guy, this Soleimani guy. And he was he killed a lot of Americans, whether with actually pulled the trigger or he planned it with Sunni militias, like he did in Benghazi. They had the Hezbollah, Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps Quds Force terror cells inside of Benghazi. The vectors are very clear from Al Jabalia to Benghazi, the 45-degree vector right into Derna. And they had the human assets coming in from Derna into the. It's crazy. Hey, Jilly, how are you? And then from Al Jabalia, according to Kenneth Tillman, that was a logistical, technological pipeline. So we take these vectors and we turn them into pipelines, human assets pipelines, weapons pipelines, logistical and technological support pipelines. They're basically, these vectors basically are pipelines for Islamist military strongholds. And we identify them through the mapping that we do over here. I was going to go to the map tonight. I'll go tomorrow. I was going to show the vectors because I think we could surmise that from Tehran, from Moscow, it does get complicated. You're right. Foreign policy is complicated. But from Wuhan to Tehran, they got the Marwan Air, right? That's the IRGC. That's the U.S. Treasury designated foreign terrorist entity. Was the Marwan Air. She's the best, Jilly. So from Tehran, we go into Moscow by train, by Marwan Air or by train. We're in Moscow, right? From Moscow, we get into Venezuela, Hezbollah, and according to the open source, Maduro was using his former vice president, the number 2 guy. He became a senior advisor to Maduro. He's Lebanese, and his family was shipping in, according to the open source, Hezbollah militia to get involved in their drug trafficking ring in Venezuela. And from there, there's evidence Hezbollah's on the U.S.-Mexican border. That's why Trump's got the 27,000 Mexican. Mexico's got 27,000 soldiers there, plus the wall. He's expanding the wall to 170 miles. This is where countries get attacked when we're on lockdown, and we got all our energies and our resources are going toward healthcare. True, Justin. True, very true. China, right? We talked about this. China, the vectors from China and North Korea. North Korea's missile and rocket components, right? They fly them over Chinese airspace into Iran. Iran sends them through Marwan Air, the airline that went into China 55 times when Wuhan was on quarantine. China, the Chinese government, the Chinese Communist Party, quarantined Wuhan. Why? And there's evidence that the federales indicted. We talked about this. The Harvard biologist, unbelievable, right? And the lieutenant to the, according to Trump, it's a lie. Dr. Lieber, right, Justin? You're right. That's it. Right on point. Absolutely. The lady, the chick was she was Colonel Yi. She was from the People's Liberation Army. Yep. And then they had the scientist from a Boston lab. He stole 21 vials from the research they did in Boston and brought it from China. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy. And you know, all of the proprietary, the thieving by the Chinese Communist Party of American, they send in, they got that program that this Dr. Lieber was involved with, the Thousands Talent in China, where they get the top Chinese students, and they got a lot of them. they're I mean, I'm in science classes, and these kids, they come from, they're amazing, some of these kids. Yeah, that's what I heard. I got to look into that. But it's crazy because I don't know, Jilly. I don't know what we do. China's a problem. And it's voters like you, unfortunately, that vote for the lefties. And the lefties give away the country. They gave the lefties in this country gave the pharmaceutical industry, the American pharmaceutical industry, to China. China makes all of our pharmaceuticals, a majority of them anyway, a big majority of them. So we lose control. So we have a problem. China's having a problem with us. China threatens to shut us down. Now you see, you're just a lefty. It's okay, Julie. You could be a lefty. It's easy to be liberal, right? By the way, you have you know, she's hot. Your governor, the Michigan governor, she's hot. That's about it. Not too swift. She's not too swift. She's not Nikki Haley or Joni Ernst or oh, I'm a fake Trump. I'm a fake Trumper. Oh my God. Thank you, Julie. Coming from you, that really, you know, I know you. Yeah, right. Sure, I'm fake. Right. That's the, you know, I'm like that's the antithesis of who I am. That's like, you know, you Nikki Haley she was a great ambassador. She was a United States ambassador to the UN. She was great. She called out Iran all the way around. She had the missiles in D.C. that Iran was shooting at Riyadh from Sana'a by the Houthi rebels, and the Iranians were denying it. Absolutely, Justin. Well, Jilly loves Bernie. Bernie says China's great, Castro's great. Bernie, and then they asked Bernie. Fox News goes, Martha McCullough goes, so what do you like about the systems in Norway, Finland, Sweden, about their tax structure, about their gun? He goes, he doesn't know anything about them. How do you, I mean, he's a joke. And you got people like Jilly coming in. She's a big lefty from Michigan. But for the grace of God, I hope Michigan stays with the Trump man. Because that lady, that governor boy, she's a real Looney Tooney. I mean, she looks good, but that's about it. Well, we got Cuomo, so we're stuck with Cuomo, the crepe hanger. And then we got the Sandinista. I think Cuomo's a moron, and I think de Blasio is brain dead. So go figure. We got a mayor that's brain dead, and we got, you know, Cuomo, I think, is a moron. I mean, he's unbelievable. He is just the worst politician I've ever heard. And everybody, oh, he's doing a great job. Yeah, you vote. There you go. You don't care. You don't care. Absolutely, Justin. It's terrible. It's really terrible. I agree with you, bro. It's really bad. I mean, Cuomo is. No, you don't. If you cared, you wouldn't be making false statements about me. You know, Jilly. Are you still in Michigan, Jilly? Please don't tell me you're in New York now, please. I'll have to lock my doors. Don't tell me you're in New York. Please, Jilly. Please. Oh, he's the best, Jilly. He's the best. We love Trump. He's a savage. He fights back. He's a warrior. Oh, you're in Florida now? Wow, good for you. Warm weather. Good for you. What part of Florida? I got a friend of mine. He just bought a house. I don't know exactly where, but it's on a golf course. He calls me all the time. He's down there with his wife. Unbelievable. A friend of my father's, great guy. And he's down in Florida. He's from Brooklyn. He was in Staten Island, and he moved from Staten Island down to Florida with his wife. Exactly, Justin, right? Right? Because he wasn't prepared, like de Blasio. She does, Barbara, right? No, but she really, no, Barbara, she really wants to live under Sharia law. There you go. There you go, Julie. God bless you. She wants to live. They want to live under Sharia law. You know what's crazy? You got people like Jilly that love the left, right? And they love the Islamists. Sharia law. You see the way some of these Muslims treat the women between the burqa and the hijab. They're all. I saw one day. There you go, Dennis. One day, I was in a drugstore and this lady walked in. She was wearing a burqa. I couldn't wait to get you. I mean, first of all, it is the most archaic thing I've ever seen. It's so anti-woman. I love woman, and it's so degrading. It's so degrading to a woman to walk around with these burqas, and the way some of these Muslim men treat these women. And you got people like Jilly, who's the Me Too movement and pro-woman and all that. They walk around with a hijab and a burqa. And meanwhile, it's oppressive. It's sick. It's so ridiculous. It's stupid. It's really stupid. Tomorrow I'm going to get the map. I'm out of it, man. Obama. You're like, well, Obama. Obama's a fraud. Obama's a crook. Obama's he's not American, that's for sure. I don't know where he was born. Right, Justin? You're right, Bob. You're right, Barbara. He's not American. I don't know where Obama was born. For all I know, he's Osama bin Laden. For all I know, right? For all I know, he's Osama bin Laden, and I mean, who knows? No. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Are you serious? John F. Kennedy was assassinated with Oswald. 18 people, 18 witnesses were testifying, were involved in the case. You're right, Justin. And they were murdered. That's over 50 years ago. Today, we got people blowing buildings up. We don't know. There was no prosecution. There were no prosecution. I don't know who was tried. There are people that have just put away, right? We know Khalid Sheikh Mohammed is serving a lifetime prison sentence. Omar Abdul Rahman died in prison. Ramzi Youssef is in a lifetime prison sentence. Who else? Mohammed Salah, I don't know where he is. Abu Alima, I don't know where he is. Muhammad Atta is not here. But it's a big Al Qaeda in America is here, right? Omar al-Arki. He was born here. So I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of conspiracy inside this country between the deep state, the intelligence agencies, the FBI and the CIA, the corrupt wing of the FBI and the corrupt wing of the CIA. So I don't know exactly. You're right, Justin. So we're getting a taste of what Sharia law is right now. Cuomo was lying in the streets with the Islamists a couple of years ago. He was lying in the streets with them. So now he's got us under Sharia law. Next, Cuomo's going to come out, and he's going to be an Islamist. Cuomo's going to be an Islamist. It's going to be Cuomo Stan. Cuomo Stan. The Islamists. Sharia law now. He's got us under Sharia law, Cuomo. He pushed it to May 15th. He's probably going to extend it further. There you go, Barbara. It's crazy. When you really think about it, it's crazy. It really is. What's Jilly? Jilly's trying to. What is Jilly trying to get you? She's just trying to be provocative, Jilly. That's all. She's just it's easy to be lefty, Jilly. Anybody could be lefty. Until something happens to you, then you change. It's easy to be lefty. Unbelievable. So she is, Barbara. Wow. I guess he's feeling good. That dude, Yahya, whatever his name is. Is that Abu Yahya Libby? Is that Abu Yahya Libby? It says Yahya there. It says 1435. Is that Abu Yahya Libby from Libya? He was a MI5, MI6 informant. He got whacked by a drone are you Abu Yahya Libby from Libya? He got whacked by a drone in the summer of 2012. Al Qaeda. You from Al Qaeda? Allah! You're blowing buildings up. Straight out of Tulsa. Allah! And they blow buildings up. Boom! Unbelievable. I don't know much about the Vegas mayor. What happened with him, Jilly? Oh, you're from Oklahoma? Nice. Abu Yahya Libby's in the room. He was with Abu Hamza al-Masri out in UK, building jihadi training camps in America, funneling money to the Osama bin Laden. They're opening up Vegas. Shout out to Cold Warrior. He's not on the YouTube. Shout out to Cold Warrior. He is the truth. Yeah. You got that right, Abu Yahya Libby. Oh, Melania's birthday. Wow. I tell you. You gotta love Trump, man. He's got a beautiful wife. I want a beautiful wife too. Wow. It's nice waking up to something like that. She's 50? Wow. It must be nice. Hey, listen, wait. Don't, Jay-Z, that's Trump's wife. I'm a God-fearing Christian man. I don't, if a chick lies, that's something else. But I hope I never, a married woman's a married woman, right? She's got a ring on her finger. Some dudes, that don't stop some dudes. Oh, she had the dream. All right, Jay-Z, gotcha. Wow. She's got to be the prettiest first lady we ever had. Classy lady, too. I like the hats. I like the hat she wears. She's very classy. Oh, yeah. Abu Yahya Libby, what are you doing? Oh, you thought Michelle was the prettiest? Oh my God. She used to watch me on ABC. Wow. You're making me feel good now, Jay-Z. I want to get back on ABC, man. Michelle's a little, she's got she's got junk in the trunk, bro. She's not a, no, that's not what's going on over there. I think you're wrong, yeah. I wish I could, man. I'd love to, Jay-Z. I'd love to. I'll do the weekend. Oh my God. God bless you. Thank you, Jay-Z. It will be unbelievable. We'd have so much fun. Oh, come on, yeah. How did you say that? Don't talk, please. Don't be disrespectful. Have a blessed one, Jilly. Thank you. She's too skinny. Are you crazy? So you like Michelle? She's got junk in the trunk, bro. Look at the film. Look at the Ellen DeGeneres dancing routine. She's got junk in that trunk, bro. I don't know, bro. There's junk in that trunk, son. Oh, wow. Good luck, son. Good luck, son. Russo don't roll like that. It don't work that way with me, bro. No way. Oh, God. For the grace of God, go I. For the grace of God, go I. Abu Yahya Libby, man, you're shocking me over here. Okay, I hope so. Well, that's your problem, right? It doesn't matter. Whether it is or it is, it doesn't matter, right? We all have rights. We're all human beings. Go live your life. But just keep it over there. Just stay over there. Where you from, Yahya? Abu Yahya Libby? You from Libya? I figured you were going to come with something, Jilly. She does. You saw her. Yeah, I figured you were going to come with something. Not very nice about our first lady. I figured that. Oh, you're from LA? Nice. Yeah, I'm in the. Right now, I'm in house arrest, Jay-Z. I figured you'd come with something as you were leaving, Jilly. I figured that. Not nice about our first lady. That's very poor taste. Come on. Oh, Moscato and weed. Okay, whatever. That stuff doesn't. Jay-Z. So you're in LA, Abu Yahya Libby. So you're not related to Abu Yahya Libby? You're not an Islamist? Oklahoma now, you're not an Islamist? Yeah, neither do I. He's a sleeper cell, right? He's a sleeper cell. That stuff is crazy, man. That stuff is crazy, Justin, right? We are lucky, Jay-Z. We're lucky. We're in the greatest country on the planet, and we have the greatest president on earth. He loves this country. And I had a dream that this virus vanished. It vanishes. It may come back, but it vanishes. I'm hoping by the summer. We should, exactly. Jay-Z, right. I hear you, brother. But we got to get a great president. He's going to get reelected. That's what I'm talking about, Justin. No shave. I shave my head. Listen, son, it's okay, Abu Yahya Libby. Do your thing. You have just much rights as me. You have just much rights as me. you know, you can live your alternative lifestyle. It's okay. We're all equal, but I don't roll like that. So you keep it over there. That's all. Oh my goodness. I'm a man of God. I'm a man of Christ. I have my faith. Yeah, I agree. Jay-Z, this is the heart. This is the most important election in our lifetimes right now. We got to get Trump not only reelected, but we got to get rid of Pelosi. That's the trick bag. That's the trick bag. It's pivotal, absolutely, Justin. And we got to keep Pelosi because the very least. Okay, Barbara. Oh, he will. He's getting reelected. The very least, AOC. Oh, I mean, she looks good and everything, but that's about it. See, because he's going to get reelected, but we got to get rid of Pelosi. We got to get rid of Nadler. We get rid of Pelosi. Nadler goes. Schiff goes. Eric Swalwell goes. AOC. Oh man. Oh my goodness. I don't know where that came from, that AOC. I mean, she looks good and everything, but that's about it. There's nothing upstairs with her. There's nothing up there. She's a Looney Tune. Oh my God. Host, we're hanging in, host. BG, we're hanging in. My bruh. Really? He was an Islamist? I believed, it's funny you brought that up, Jay-Z. God bless you too, BJ. BG, I'm sorry. That was sorry, man. I meant BG, host. Sorry, bro. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed now. Oh man. But you know what that reminded me of? I'm embarrassed. Look at me, I'm turning red. When you talked about the burning, they tried to burn the St. Patrick's Cathedral. Remember Notre Dame in what does FDT mean? Abu Yahya Libby. What does FDT mean? Remember when they burned down they burned down Notre Dame in France? There was a big thing because during that time they covered that up. I bet you that was an Islamist because there was a big court case going on. He is, right, Justin? It's okay. You don't have to like Trump, but just as long as he's not disrespectful, I don't care. He could be disrespectful. It's okay. So I think the Islamists. I was reading the article a couple of months ago, and there was a big case about the Paris attack. One of the Paris attacks. That was the court case was coming up around the time they burnt that Notre Dame Cathedral. Right, as long as he doesn't curse, JC. Exactly. That Notre Dame Cathedral was burning down. They had a big court case going on one of the Paris attacks by the Islamists, and they're not going to say that an Islamist burned that down. I'm telling you, man. It's like the Mandalay Bay shooting, and that German air pilot flying the train. The train. Here we go. It's getting late. That's the second mistake. Flying the plane into the mountain, and they said, well, he wasn't a Muslim. Give me a break. The data was coming out that there was an Islamist. He was at a mosque. I mean, I remember that German German wings, one of those German air pilots, taking the plane and flying it into the mountain in the name of Allah. I'm telling you, it's sick, Barbara, right? Trump called him right out, Jay-Z. So we're in like a, It's crazy, right? So the reason why I started the show, I started the broadcast off. He said good night to Wright before he crashed. Trump is funny. I agree with you. Abu Yalib, Trump is the best. He don't give a Trump don't give a on the black box. Really, I got to look that up because the reason why I started the broadcast off with is my nose. The reason why I started off the broadcast with the did you? Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Abu Yahya Libby. I started the show off with that JFK and the assassination of JFK and assassination of Oswald. The 18 witnesses were murdered. That's over 50 years ago. So, but mainstream media, mainstream intelligence, if we question anything, but so what I'm trying to say is for us to feel that we can't believe mainstream media, mainstream intelligence agencies, and in some instances, the parts of the United States government, the deep state, there's nothing wrong with us. There's a lot of stuff out there. He was murdered on national. He was murdered in jail, right, Barbara? So from the JFK assassination, you go down the pipeline, right? Then you got all these hits on the 1993 World Trade Center bombing, September 11, 2001, and then you got all the shenanigans in the Obama Clinton crime family. You can't. And you know, how does Barack Hussein Obama become president of the United States and we don't even know where this guy was born? I don't believe Hawaii. He became the president of the United States for 8 years. And I don't believe the information that they disseminated about the family, the Obama family. I don't believe those kids are their kids. And I don't believe Michelle portraying who she is, which I really don't care. And I don't believe Obama's betraying. I don't believe Obama's a Christian, let alone where he was born. So if they're going to lie about all this personal information, what else are they lying about? Is what I'm saying. I really don't care what Michelle does in her private life and what Obama's on the DL. I really don't care what he does in his private life. Those kids are not theirs. It's really crazy. It's really crazy. They're frauds, man. I'm not a hater. I'm a debater, son. No, I got to talk about Obama, the Obama Clinton crime family. Because he's campaigning against our great president, Donald John Trump. So is Michelle. Oh, yes. She may even be the vice president for Biden. But he's going to campaign for Obama. I don't believe Obama. They're liars, man, all the way. I mean, they're just stone cold. Let it happen. Well, it's going to happen, right? I mean, Biden is going to. Who cares if he did? He doesn't. Trump doesn't have to show his absolutely not, BG. Well, the Biden candidacy doesn't engender doesn't engender a lot of enthusiasm. So that's good. According to Brad Pasquale. Exactly, Barbara. Who cares? I really don't care. And you want to know something? I don't really care if the Trump properties are gaining more value because he's the president. I really don't care. No, I'm not. I'm not hating. I don't hate. I debate. I'm a debater. Because I'm saying, Abu Yahya Libby, that I don't believe the Obama narrative where he was born. I don't believe Obama was a Christian. I don't believe Michelle, who she is. I don't believe those kids are their kids. So they're lying about their personal information, which I really don't care what they do in their private life. But what I'm saying, if they can't convey who they are as the first family for 8 years, what else? Host, what else are they lying about to us? The Obama Clinton crime family, right? Like we believe the relationship of Bill and Hillary. They're liars too. They're frauds too. The best. He told us about the virus. Oh yeah. So Obama created it in a test tube in Wuhan. He was in Wuhan, or maybe he was in Singapore. Yeah, he was in Singapore with Babak Zanjani. He wants to take his spot over in the First Islamic Investment Bank because Obama's got billions. Obama's worth billions. He's all over the place, right, Justin? Oh, come on. Abu Yahya al-Libi. I knew he's an Islamist. I'm telling you. He's probably from the Afghan Taliban in Afghanistan. He claims he's from Oklahoma. He's probably from the Taliban. That's the whole point. There you go. You answered my question, Yahya. Abu Yahya al-Libi. Abu Yahya al-Libi, you answered my question. What's TDS there, Dennis? Who are you talking to like that? No, you got the wrong Abu Yahya al-Libi. You got the wrong guy, son. Abu Yahya al-Libi from Libya. Have a blessed night, Jay-Z. His brother, your brother, Abu Yahya al-Libi, started the Libyan Islamic Fighting Group. He was one of the co-founders. With Mustafa Jalal, Abdel Hakim Belhaj. You ain't telling no truth. Absolutely, Dennis. He's a stealthy. He's a stealthy Islamist. You got to read some of the things that these Islamists write and read. The Osama bin Laden proclamation that Dennis sent over, that thing is crazy. You got to read online and hear online what some of these Islamists say about America that live here. Muslim Brotherhood operatives, these are Muslim clerics. Yeah, yes, Gaga. You're probably right. Probably whatever. That's his problem. It's okay. Knowledge. He's the sleeper, right? He's in the sleeper cell. Yahya's in the sleeper cell. I gotta get my map out. He's in Oklahoma. I think he's in Tulsa, Oklahoma. What states? I gotta get my map out tomorrow. We'll figure out where he is. I map very well. Oh, keep smoking that weed. That's really good for you. He's gonna run. Abu Yahya al-Libi's here. He got whacked by a drone in 2012. You know, do you know the bombers, according to the open source, the Obama Clinton crime family? You're an HVAC technician? Wow. I know what that is. My father was in the hospital for 10 months. He passed away in 08. He had a bed sore, like one of those really bad flesh-eating bacteria. And the same thing, like with this virus, yeah, they didn't know why or how it came. They just got to wear gloves, and it's the same thing that's going on today. They're learning. They know more about it than they knew from January. But yeah, he had a bed sore. So the HVAC they used to use to drain it. Very bad bed sore. He was the best. Very bad, my brother. It was flesh eating, and they didn't know how it got there. They don't. These doctors are the best. These doctors are the best. They just didn't know. There's a lot of things they don't know. They don't know why or how it got there. Just got to wear a gown, gloves, mask, like the coronavirus. Those doctors on the Trump team, they're great doctors. They're amazing people, but they talk about probability distributions. They don't have a vaccine yet. And apparently, you never know. Hopefully they'll get one. That'd be great. Who's Fred the Godson? God bless. Whoever that is, God bless Fred. Fred must be a good guy. Abu Yahya Libby. What time is it? It's 12:18. Absolutely, but Abu Yahya Libby. Look up Abu Yahya al-Libby. He's he got whacked by a drone. He was one of the Brooklyn, New York. Abu Yahya al-Libby was one of the senior, I'm going to sleep now, one of the senior Al-Qaeda foreign fighters from Libya. Obama Clinton crime family gave them weapons. Oh, you have family? That's cool. In Brooklyn? Oh God. I love Brooklyn, man. So I'm going to get out of here. It's 12:19. I got Abu Yahya Libby in my... Oh, you been to the hood? From Tulsa by way of... Have a blessed one, Abu Yahya Libby, from Tulsa by way of Libya. God bless you, Justin. God bless you, Barbara. Thank you for the visit. Oh, you're from D.C.? Okay. So you were in the Anwar al-Awlaki's mosque. He was the imam over there for a while in Virginia. God bless you, Barbara. So God bless you, host. Yeah, I would love to debate. You a lefty? You a lefty, host? We could debate. I crush lefties, bro. I crush the lefties. I don't have call-in. I used to have call-in. It got very bad. The call-ins, because you don't know who's calling in. It got really bad. The call-ins. I used to have call-ins. Well, I took call-ins at ABC. It was a lot different. Oh, you're in the middle? Uh-oh. That's cool. Hey, listen. I got lefty friends. Yeah, I know you're from Bronxville. Very cool. Did you go to Cardinal Hayes or Spelman? There you go, host. Dennis, did you go to Cardinal Hayes or Spelman? I went to Xavier. What up, Houston? I hear that, Dennis. I went to Xavier in Manhattan. But anyway, so I'm going to get out of here. Thank you for the visit, Dennis, Houston, Justin, Barbara, even Jilly, the lefty Jilly. You could be lefty. It's all good. Who else? God bless you all in the room. God bless the men and women of the United States Armed Forces. Thank you for your service. Thank you for providing me with the freedom that I love, which is one of the things I'll do is broadcast. God bless. Thank you, Justin. God bless you. Thank you. Right? Yeah, right, Justin? He was fun. That's why I let everybody in, as long as they don't curse. Right, Dennis? And Trump too, right? And also Jay-Z. God bless the greatest country on the planet, America. God bless America. I love my country. And God bless our great president, Donald John Trump, who's doing a lot for this country. Don't get the credit, but that's okay, Mr. President. Just win. Mr. President, sir, just win. And let's get coattails going. Right, Barbara? Let's get coattails going so we get rid of Pelosi, man. That's what we got. That's what we got. We got to get rid of Pelosi. This is Frankie. I'll be on tomorrow night because I'm going to take the weekend off, probably. As long as it's fun, I'm going to come on the air because right now I'm in house arrest. Cuomo, we can't leave. He pushed it back to May 15th, Cuomo. The two Fredos, I don't know. I should make it more. Yeah, I should make it like 9 o'clock. I'm going to try to do an early time tomorrow. We'll see. This is Frankie Russo coming at you straight out of Brooklyn. You better believe it. And I'll see you in the future. God bless you all. I'll see you at YouTube Live in the future.